This episode of Spectre Sound Studios is brought to you by Spectre Digital.
It's really not fair to judge people for failing to spot your sarcasm if you don't make it obvious, Spectre Sound Studios.
You know what? That's a really good point. So you know what? We did this little public service announcement for people like you who just don't quite grasp the subtle art of sarcasm.
Warning, the episode you're about to watch may contain irony, sarcasm, and innuendo. These are comedic devices and should be treated as such. Anything that seems absurd probably is. You stupid motherfuckers.
All right, it's Friday. Let's get this weekend started. Hopefully you guys are going to have an amazing time over the next couple of days. Hopefully you enjoyed the intro. You didn't find the beginning there a little too patronizing. I know most of you guys are hip. Most of you guys are smart enough to understand sarcasm and spot it when it happens. But unfortunately, some people, it's kind of like, you have to explain things to them. You have to slow that down a little bit. Yes, we might not be serious when we say this. Could you say that? I knew you could. Anyway, all right. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Let's just jump right into it with your comments and questions right now.
Glenn, you should consider hosting a boot camp for musicians. I think music will be better. Your videos remind me to not obsess over gear and put more time into playing. Also, when do we get to hear Mr. V again on the channel? Love your stuff, man. Been watching since 2014.
Hey, Chase, thanks so much for watching. Dude, I really appreciate that. That's when things started to get serious on the show, when I started to think, hey, maybe I could do this YouTube thing. Maybe I should try doing this seriously. It was about 2014, so thanks for being with me all these years. I just actually talked to Christian the other day, said he had some requests to appear on the show. He's totally down for appearing, so we're going to find out a cool theme for a video to do and see what we can have him come out and play, because I think it'll be some interesting stuff. Might be a pickup test or a tone test or something like that, so we have a little bit more diverse player playing and just see what kind of results we can get, because yeah, he's definitely a world-class guitar player, and he only lives a couple blocks away from where I do, so that's really fucking cool. We definitely got to get him out there. Now, as for a boot camp, something might be in the works. If that's something you guys would like to see, leave a comment below. Let me know. Would that be something you'd want to travel to go see? Because we've definitely kicked around a few ideas. We haven't fleshed it out completely, but we might be able to make something like that happen with enough support from you guys. So, hey, let me know, and then I can go to some of my friends. Maybe we can put something together where it wouldn't be just me, but maybe a few other people as well, and maybe make a really cool event happen. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know.
Instead of searching for confirmation, bring someone on the show who will just directly scientifically refute your BS nonsense. You won't, because you get clicks for taking a position not reflective of objective reality.
Hey, Am Official, thanks so much for writing in and saying I should get somebody objective on there. Of course, you're talking about the video I did with Colin Scott. And Colin replied to you on that, and he basically said, hey, that's exactly why we did those videos, because he takes a scientific approach, and he was saying, hey, you might have taken a look at things a little bit differently and see what we can find. So yeah, I wasn't looking for confirmation when I brought Colin in. I'm like, let's make some observations and see what we can discover together. And that's how that video got made. And turns out there's no real tone shift in terms of frequency when you move the pickup back and forth, unless you get super close, and that's only on some pickups. Actives, it just doesn't happen at all. It's basically like turning up a gain knob. So I'm sorry if that upsets you in any kind of way. I'm sorry you got ripped off by pickup manufacturers who took your money saying there was going to be this massive improvement in tone. Unfortunately, they're just wires around magnets, so they're not made of fairy dust or anything like that. So next time, don't be a sucker for clever advertising. And just remember this, okay? Any kind of shift you do get in a pickup, you can easily replicate with a combination of two things: a gain knob and a parametric equalizer pedal. They do the exact same things.
People don't keep asking questions about pickups because they have questions about pickups. They keep talking about it because nobody believes you! Every musician can A/B these tests and hear a difference. Let's be honest, you claim speakers make tone because you sell impulse responses. If you sold pickups, then you would tell the truth about how much pickups affect tone and feel.
Well, I never said they don't affect the feel, dumbass! Maybe try paying attention! No, they're not going to affect the tone. And if they do, it's a very, very slight minor amount. Once again, easily replicated by using a parametric equalizer pedal. If you change your speakers out from a Vintage 30 to a Greenback to a Hesu Demon to, say, a T75 to a DV77, you're going to get massive shifts in tone. That is easily replicatable on any amp sim with a bunch of different impulse responses. And I'm not just talking about my impulse responses either. Go check out the Own Hammer stuff. It's absolutely fucking amazing. Go check out Boger's. You can go check out any number of companies. You're going to get massive shifts in tone. It's not bullshit. Look, again, I'm always speaking from the recording engineer's perspective, not the guitar player's perspective. My job is to help people get better recordings. It's not to help guitar players feel better about their pickup purchase.
You need to do an update on how you achieve the bass tone in these mixes. It's improved so much over the years.
Dude, I can't wait to show you. You guys have literally been listening to it on every mix I've done in the last year. We're taking some steps. It's almost going to be released. I can't wait to show you guys. It's just, we're on the 1 yard line at this point. And finally, I'll get to show you guys. Trust me, you're going to fucking love it. It makes getting amazing bass tones super simple. I think you guys are really going to dig it. It makes your guitars sound heavier because, hey, that's what bass's job is to do, is to fill in the bottom end. And we figured out a way how to make it really crush. All I can say is please stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit that fucking notification bell so when that comes out, you guys will be the first to know when it drops. This just in. Okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a link in the description below, and you can sign up for the Spectre digital email list. So when that drops, you guys will get notified personally when it comes out. So yeah, follow the link in the description below. We'll make sure you get wind of how that's going to all come out. And when it does, trust me, you don't want to miss this one. It's just going to make getting awesome bass tones that much easier. All right, everybody, this video is brought to you by all of us over at Spectre Digital and our brand new plugin, Singularity. Now, your support is what helps me continue to fund the channel and give you guys the kind of reviews and tutorials that you love. It also helps us make more plugins that we think will really help you make your music production sound better and get your mixes done quicker. So we finally did it. Singularity. After years of complaining about bass players, I decided to take matters into my own hands. This is a virtual bass instrument and amp sim in one plugin. There is literally no excuse for not having incredible sounding bass on your recordings anymore. You get ultra realism and full tone shaping options, including 2 different preamps and cabinet impulses by yours truly. This one plugin is all you're gonna need. Guitar players, you finally won't need to re-record the bass parts anymore, because if your band has a rule number 2, then Singularity is custom made just for you. Whether you're at the demo stage or at the critical stage of making an album, if your bass player just can't deliver the goods, then Singularity is going to rock your production. Links in the description below. Go grab it now. All right, guys. Hey, before we get to the next question here, again, I just want to say, because of the shitstorm going on in the world right now, I don't want to contribute to any more negativity. I really don't. So no butthurt of the week. Let's just all try and be cool to each other for a change. I don't know. I know it sounds weird on this channel, but seriously, let's just all try and get along. Except for bass players. Fuck the bass players. Anyway, let's move on. Great. Hey, man, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you get better mixes. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you guys out there who haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe bell. It's going to be a wild ride this year. We got a lot of cool solutions coming out to help make you get better mixes that much easier. Like I said, you're not going to regret this. Subscribe. It'll be cool. I promise. Dude, seriously, glad I could help you with your recording. I love it. This is what I love reading in the comments, is how I helped you make better recordings. If I helped you make a better recording, leave a comment below because I want to hear from you. Maybe I'll put it on the show.
You need a sign that also says sarcasm, one of the many services I offer free of charge. Or sarcasm, it's what I do best, which is on a t-shirt.
Dude, that's a phenomenal idea. Do you guys want to see that shirt? I want to know. I'd wear that shirt. Sarcasm, it's what I do best. I think that'd be really cool. You tell me.
How much did Ola pay you? Your broad content is really getting out of hand.
Okay, hold on. I did a video about the missing battery. Everybody freaked out because I fucking criticized something Ola put out. But now I'm being paid off by Ola because reasons. I don't fucking get it, man. Can you guys make up your minds? Am I the bad guy here because I got paid off by Ola? Or am I the bad guy because I criticized Ola? Mixed messages much? Holy fuck.
How about you testing something that wasn't made in frickin' China?
You mean like this awesome solar guitar that Ola sent me that didn't come with a battery, but I forgave him for anyway? Yeah, this guitar is made in Indonesia, you dumb fuck! Have you tried paying attention before shooting your big stupid mouth off? Fuck's sakes. I swear, all you guys like to do is sit around and bitch. How much did Oli pay? Could you do something not maintained? Wham. God, man, I swear heavy metal guys are the biggest fucking crybabies on earth.
In the United States, you'll still pay import tax, but for my $1,100 solar, it was only around $80, easily paid directly to UPS. Also, if the price is below a certain threshold, you won't have to pay any taxes, I think around $800.
Yeah, that's the second time I've heard the thing about the $800 limit. I'd need some verification on a government website on that, but there's something I'd say if you're thinking about importing something into the U.S., double check that for the import taxes, so hopefully you don't get screwed if you're importing a guitar. Once again, $80 as an import fee really isn't too much to complain about. That's for sure.
Import fees are fucking crazy! I bought 2 solars and I'm not impressed!
Did you pay $80 too? Is that what you're bitching about? Remember what I said about heavy metal guys earlier?
The comment about guitar tone examples and guitar reviews is correct. I pretty much skip tone demos now because it's completely dependent on what the rest of the chain is, and it's not often that reviewers use the same rig in every video. It also means nothing when we're given no point of reference like with another guitar. If you say like, here's a solar with Fishman Fluence pickups to test back-to-back with a cheap Harley Benton loaded with Tesla pickups, you play the riff and they sound the same, and any intrigue the guitar has in terms of tone because of the expensive parts goes out the window. I've never seen anyone legitimately use a reference guitar in a guitar review.
M-Shay Audio, damn dude, that's a phenomenal idea. I'm gonna put that in the show if that's okay with you. I think that's a great idea. I'm going to use, well, for standard tuned guitars anyway, I think I'm going to grab that cheap Harley Benton and use that as a control guitar, as it were. Here's the signal chain with a Harley Benton guitar. Let's see if there's any sonic advantage to this much more expensive guitar. Because if there's not, okay. I think that's a really great point you brought up there. I think that needs to happen like fucking immediately. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you for the wonderful idea. You can look forward to it coming up on my guitar reviews very soon. I fucking love you guys sometimes, I swear. Yes, people like to bitch, but every once in a while somebody comes up with a great fucking idea, and for that, I am grateful. That's phenomenal stuff.
The fact you still compare every guitar to a Gibson says a lot about Gibsons.
Yeah, it was like about the control guitar. It's like, hey, yeah, here's a quality guitar, and then there's a Gibson.
Hey Glenn, I've finally been able to buy some new equipment so I can learn how to re-amp, something I wanted to dive into for years. I know I'm doing something wrong with the signal chain. I can't figure it out as I'm getting nothing from the amp. When sending the dry track to the re-amp box, any help would be appreciated.
Yeah, there's a very good chance you're not sending the dry track to the re-amp box. Make sure you're sending to a mono out and make sure you pan over to one side so the signal gets to the re-amp box, especially if it sounds weak. If you're not getting anything at all, you're going to have to go into your sound card's routing and make sure you're sending a signal out to that one specific output. You can usually use that, like if you're an RME, you can use that through Total Mix Effects. It's really simple. If you're using Focusrite, same thing with the audio. It's really easy to do. Just trace out your signal routing and make sure it's going to where you want it to go. It's usually you get like one session of grief with that before you figure it out, but it's not too tough. Now, if you're still running into problems, you can't figure it out, hit up your interface manufacturer website and hit up their tech support and ask, hey, this is my situation, this is what I'm trying to do, it's not working, what am I doing wrong? Help. Most of them are pretty okay with offering some help. Or hit up a forum or two dedicated to whatever interface you're using.
I watch your channel for realistic advice towards the average home studio user. There is a lot of expensive gear out there, but trying to find reliable and relevant content about prosumer products is difficult. I bet most of your audience is not buying many guitars or mics or preamps in the thousands range.
You know, I try and do a wide variety of stuff here. I try and do the expensive stuff. I try and do the cheap stuff because I know there are a bunch of different people that have different budgets. I mean, like I did the APB-16 there a couple weeks ago, which is a very expensive analog processing box. Sounded absolutely amazing, but I'm more than happy to use a $250 Harley Benton cab to run the guitars through because it sounds fucking amazing. There's hidden gems out there. There's cheap stuff out there that's absolutely phenomenal. And there's expensive stuff as well. I kind of look at it this way. I love doing the bargain basement stuff, but then again, I like to do the Top Gear type shows as well because those are a lot of fun too. I hope you guys dig the expensive stuff too because it's like, even if you can't afford it, you can at least dream about it.
Is there a notable difference in the tone of a new speaker versus a broken-in one? I remember you said the mid-2000s made in England vintage 30s sounded different than the newer made in China vintage 30s, but how about a new one versus about a broken-in speaker?
You know, I've heard a lot about breaking in speakers, but I've never actually seen anybody do a test where they had a speaker set up on a mic and showed it fresh out of the box, and then after like 2 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, 100 hours of use. I've never seen that. I've been considering doing a video like that. I just need to set across a huge block of time to make that happen, to see if there is anything to be said for speaker break-in. I hear a lot about it. I don't see any examples of it, though. That seems to be the Loch Ness Monster of guitar tone. Everybody's heard of it. Nobody's seen it.
Dude, Glenn, been watching you for years. Never commented until today, but I just wanted to take a second and say thank you for not bending and apologizing to hurting people's feelings and telling it like it is. I know I can always tune in and watch butthurt people cry, then I get even more butthurt. Haha, I love it. Keep Keep it real, dude.
Thanks, Justin. I appreciate you tuning in for all these years. Hey, man, that's the thing. I mean, like, if anything, I'm honest. You might not like it, but I do tell the truth whenever I can. And you know what? If that tends to upset people from time to time, you know what? I'll be the bad guy. I'd rather I go down swinging and be honest than fucking sit here and bullshit you guys, because I just can't fucking do it. If I could have done that, I would have started a religion a long time ago, because there's way more money in that bullshit. Anyway, you guys have yourselves an amazing weekend. I hope you have a great time. So get out there, make some great music, and above all, be excellent to one another.
Excellent!
Take care.